Christian rock music, or CCM, contemporary Christian music. Jeff, and the defense is that it's the lyrics that make the difference between that music which is good and that music which is not good. And when we can have these words that are coming forth and talking about words of God, that's really what makes a difference. What is your response?
Well, my response, Jim, would be this: talk is cheap. People can say anything they want to, and it may sound fine, but there's still a power in that music because it's a spiritual creation of God. And Satan also being a spiritual creature. He's not God. He thinks he is, but he is a spiritual creature too. He can invest a lot of spiritual power in his perversion of God's music. So that music is going to tell you something no matter what the words say. And I've got an interview here. This is from an underground Christian rock magazine. It comes out of New Mexico, and it's called Ultimatum, and it's put out by a Christian rock band there, heavy metal Christian rock band. They interviewed an underground black metal band in Chicago called Usurper. Now, Usurper doesn't claim to be Christian, and there's just one interesting little point here, and it'll address exactly what you're saying. They interviewed this man. He calls himself Scythe, like the Death carries a big scythe to mow down souls. This is what the man called himself. And they asked him about Christian rock. Here's what he said, quote, "It just cannot be done. This is my opinion. Prove me wrong if you can. Every Christian band, from Vengeance Rising to Stryper to Mortification, sound weak, whiny, and preachy, and the music would never stand out if it wasn't for the Christian gimmick. To play metal, you have to have anger, hate, violence, and aggression in your blood. You just can't fake it. Metal is a rebellious form of music, the blank son of rock and roll. That's why it sounds silly to put lyrics about love, peace, forgiveness, and wholesomeness to metal. Just as silly as a Christian glee club singing about war, hate, violence, revenge. It just does not work."
Jeff Godwin is our guest today here on Crosstalk. We're going to take a break and be back with more information as it relates to rock music, that which has invaded not only the secular but the religious realm as well. This is Crosstalk on VCY America.